In today's class, we'll be looking at how to make a beaded footwear like a pro. Okay, this footwear, as you can see, is very clean. The result is very nice. So we're going to quickly look at how you can achieve this, the beading, the strap attaching, and everything. So let's get started. So the first thing we will need is our leather. This leather is medium strong or thick. Okay, so this is our pattern that we are going to use. You can use any pattern of your choice. So what we are going to do is to use our silver pen and trace on the pretty side of the leather, because that's where we will be working on. We need to see what we are working on. So use a silver pen and a erasable leather pen to do this tracing, okay, so that you will be able to see it properly. So after this, I'm just going to add my vein and we'll cut this out. We're not going to cut it into shape, so I'll just freehand here and add my vein to the to the leaf. Then after that, I'll cut it not into shape, just by this way. Okay, so now I've added my vein and I've also cut it out. As you can see, I did not cut it out in shape. Next thing you need to do is to mirror this. That's tracing it on the leather again. First, use a silver pen and make the mark very visible, then place it this way and add pressure so that it will trace. Okay, so that is how to mirror it and get the second leg. Now we will get started. So the next thing is our bead. This is the beads that we're going to use. Is a green leaf, so I'm going to use green and gold. Then this is the beading needle. I like using a very tiny beading needle so that I can work my way through the beads easily. Okay, so this is the normal beading needle, and here is our thread. Okay, this is not normal fishing line. This is a twine cord that I unraveled and I pick it one after the other. Okay, it is very strong to use and I recommend it for your beading work. So I will just pick one and I'll thread my needle to it. So here our needle is threaded and I will start the beading. Okay, so we'll start from the outer part of it, and just start anywhere that you feel very comfortable. Push your needle from behind upwards using the line as a guide. Okay, so everything is all pulled out. Now we'll start picking our beads. So we'll start with the green beads. Okay, just let's get small portion of it on our plate. Then we'll pick these beads in folds. That's what we'll be working, because it's a flat single needle beading, so we'll be picking it in folds and bead. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so pull the beads all the way to the leather and lay it flat like so, using the line as a guide. Now we'll use our left thumb and hold it firm on the leather, pass our needle down and out. Okay, make sure the needle starts very close to the bead, so everything is out. So we'll come up again to the pretty side of the leather. So the needle will pass through in between the last two bead and the first two bead. Okay, just by here, that's where our needle is going to pass through from. Okay, so I'll push my needle this way from the back and pull everything all out to the pretty side. Then we will pass this needle again to the last two beads, through the last two beads, as you can see how it is. So pass it and pull everything out and tighten it. So this is what we have. Okay, it's very strong. So this is how we are going to continue this beading until we get to the end of this the outer line. Okay, so we'll pick 4 again, and let everything go to the ladder, lay it flat using the line as a guide, then holding against the ladder with our left thumb, push our needle through and out to the back side of the ladder and come up again in between the last the last 2 beads and the first 2 beads, and we'll pull through, then pass the needle again through the last 2 beads and come all out. Okay, you can see how it is. So let's get this clearer a bit. So this is how I pass the needle through the last 2 beads. Okay, so let's try it again. So this is our 4 beads. So drag everything to the ladder, lay it flat to the line, hold it firm with our left thumb, push our needle through the ladder very close to the bead, then we will come up again just in between the last 2 beads and the first 2 beads that we picked earlier, and come out all and go through the last 2 beads. Okay, so this is what we are going to be doing until we get to the end. This is how the back looks like, and this is the front, very tight. So ensure to tighten it while you walk your way to the end. Okay, so now I've gotten this far. It takes time, and you have to be very, very patient. So I'll continue doing this until I meet you at the very beginning of our beading. Go ahead, take your time and keep beading till we meet at the very beginning where we started our beading. Okay, so looking at this is where we are, and here we are now. So as you can see, we have just a very small space remaining, which will not take up to 4 beads. So go ahead, pick 2 or 1 as the case may be to fill up the small gap that is left. Mine 2 is okay, and I'll just tuck it in and push my needle as usual through the back. Then I'm going to come up again, okay, through the second bead that we just made, the 2 beads. Then instead of just going through only 2 beads, I'm going to push my needle all the way to few of the beads. Okay, this also enforces it, and that is the reason why I like using a slim normal beading needle, so that I don't break my beads as I walk through the bead itself. So here the outer part is ready, so we're going to work on the vein. Okay, so I'll use my golden color to do this. So starting from here, I'll push my needle very close to the existing bead and come out and start beading. Okay, so here is the far I've gone, and as you can see, our thread is small now, so we need to add more thread to it. So this is what we're going to do. We will push our needle to the back side of our ladder, pull everything, the remaining thread out, then we will fasten the thread here. Okay, just as you can see, there is a running stitch. Just pass through it under and secure it. You can do it 2 times. Pick a leather, a tiny piece of leather if possible. Okay, make sure that everything is secured tight. Now we will be adding the second thread. Okay, so now as you can see, we have the 2 last bead That's where we are going to pass through again. Just as usual, you come up at the very last two beads and pass through it. Okay, so we'll continue with what we were doing. So now I have joined a new thread and we'll continue to the end. All right, so here I've come to the end of this vein, and you can decide to secure this thread behind, but what I do is work my way through the bead till I get to the next place I'm going to start. Okay, like I said earlier, this is one of the reasons why I like using normal beading needles, so that it doesn't I don't find it difficult. My bead is size 1 sand bead, so the space is small. So working with normal beading needle is ideal, and a soft or medium thick leather is ideal, so that you can easily work your way all through. Okay, so now I'll just keep passing through my existing beaded line till I get to where I want to start again. Okay, so it's a gradual thing. If you get stuck anywhere, please don't force it. Just go ahead, push your needle through the leather out and continue from somewhere else instead of from the bead that got stuck. So here we are. I'll push this needle all in through to the back side and come out again on the line that I'm going to work on. Okay, so this is where I'm supposed to work. So I'll go out, come up again on the line itself, very close to the resisting bead. Then I will work to complete the line itself, just as we've been doing, picking 4 beads and bead it and continue the same way till we get to the end of this place. Okay, so now I'll just keep doing this till I get to this end, then work my way through my beads again and keep doing the rest. So go ahead and do yours, and we will meet when we are done with the vein. So here the veins are all installed, as you can see. So it's just to fill up the spaces that is remaining. Okay, so now I still have my long thread, and I'll just push this through, and we will start filling up the spaces. So using the existing beads as a guide, just go a little bit and we'll bead this way. Okay, so just to fill it up. So let's pick some beads and we'll look into how to fill it up. So now we'll pick 4 beads to fill it up. So if you have space for more than 4 beads, go ahead and keep picking 4 beads until you get to a place where it is small. So after beading these big spaces, where there is small space, go ahead and pick fewer beads. Okay, you can pick 2, 3, 1, as the case may be. So it must not be 4 in this fill up, okay, because of the spaces we're going to have. So what we're going to do is just keep going this way and this way until we get to the end. So let's get to the end of this and I will show you what to do again. So here I've come to the end of this line. Okay, so let's quickly pass through the last 2 beads and we will go out to the back side of the leather. Okay, so now we are out, and the next thing we're going to do is very close to the vein and a bit far from the green beads. That's where we are going to push our needle. That's very close to the golden bead and a bit far from the green one we just made. So we'll pass through this, come up again, and go this way and go this way until we get to this end. Okay, so now I've come to the end of this space, and that's what we're going to do the other rest. So like I said earlier, in small spaces, go ahead and pick 1, 2, 3 until you fill up all the small sides till you get to a place where you have space for 4 beads. Okay, just keep picking small, 1 or 2 or 3 until you have bigger space for 4s. Then you continue picking your 4 beads as usual. Okay, so I'll continue here. So here I'll finish my beading. I finished filling up. So let's quickly cut this. Please don't cut this way. Keep your scissors straight and cut so that you don't run the risk of cutting through the base itself and start it all over again. Okay, so now I've cut everything out, and as you can see, this is how pretty it looks. So the next thing we're going to do is to pre-last it so that we can be able to add our lasting strap. I'll be using this already pre-cut in soap. Okay, so now this is our lasting strap. I beaded one part of it, and we'll use our shoe last to make this marking. You can use your leg if you're making it for yourself. All you have to do is put your leg in the insole, then try and pre-last it so that you get where to fix the lasting strap. Okay, so if you don't do this, you may likely make mistake. Okay, unless the pattern you're using already have the marks where this will go. So this is what I mean by pre-lasting. So just make a mark where this will go with our pin. Okay, and we'll line this. So I'll quickly do that now. So with the head of my adhesive, I have attached the lasting strap. We are going to attach this strap with a hand. Place is now by hand, not sewing it on the sewing machine because of the beading. Okay, so just go ahead and start from the back and push your needle all out. So we're not going to walk across the bead, we'll walk in between the beads so that our thread can be hidden. Okay, so take your time please while doing this, and be careful not to break your bead. I'll come out all the way. So like I said, you can't pass through this way, you go through this way. Okay, so I'll go ahead and continue stitching this up with hand, and I'll do this also. So now I have attached them. As you can see, it's all well secured. So the only thing left now is for us to line our beaded part. Okay, and we can now last our footwear. Okay, so now I've lined it, and you can see how pretty nice it looks at the back. So there's this I normally do once, because this place is smooth, I use my spaglio to enforce this place because it's smooth and it's likely going to pull apart. So this is just drop a few bits of it and make it sit pretty nice there. So after this, just go ahead and last your beaded vamp. It is as easy as this. So here we go. I will be lasting it, and I'll come and show you how it looks like. So here, this is how it looks like on my leg, and I'm so happy of the outcome. Okay, so if you have any question pertaining this, or you have any design you want us to look into, go ahead and send it across to me, and comments the question, like, share, and please subscribe so that you get more of my notifications when I upload a new video. Okay, see you in my next class. Bye.